With high winds set to return and new evacuations now ordered, crews race to contain the Palisades fire as the blaze rages on.
And as hydrants ran dry, one Pacific Palisades family got creative, making their own firefighting equipment out of their pool's generator to fend off some of the flames, and they saved their home.
Those residents, Patrick and Evan Golling, join us now. Great to see you. So explain to us how this all came about. How did you all, was it just sort of a last-minute immediate thing, or was this something you had thought about before?
Hi there, good morning.
Hi.
Thank you for having us.
Morning.
Well,
How you
I
doing?
have to say that we have to give all the credit to our father, who about 3-4 months ago was so adamant about having one of these for fire season.
Wow.
It
Amazing.
seems like every summer or every fall during the Santa Ana winds, we always have a high fire risk here, and we know that going into the season. And this season, he had a feeling. He said we have to be a little better prepared. And there's no doubt in my mind that the setup that we had was what saved our house.
I believe that's Patrick talking to us now. So I'll turn to Evan if I've got you guys situated and organized correctly in my mind here. So Evan, can you give me some context though? Like how did the homes around you burn? How close did the fire get to the home that you guys saved with pool water?
Yeah, so actually our backyard caught on fire as well as a bunch of our neighbors, and right across the street, the house completely burnt down.
Wow.
And so I was actually having to rush back from school the same day. And so when I got there, I had FaceTime my brother and they set the generator up. But right across the street, so where the house burned down, our neighbor's house was super close to the fire. So we had to wheel the generator all the way across the street and set it up. And that's actually his backyard. And we basically saved a bunch of houses with this one equipment.
Incredible.
So it was definitely life-saving, yeah.
I'm amazed. Patrick, explain to me, how did your dad know about this idea? I'm still kind of trying to wrap my head around it, this pump.
That's a good question. I'm not sure. He asked me one day he said he wants to get a pump that goes out of his pool. And so we found somebody online, a nice gentleman who came over to the house and gave a demonstration and showed us exactly what he recommends for our particular setup. So we actually have a generator that powers a pool pump, and you have a splitter. So you have one big sprinkler that you set up in place and you let it run. You kind of angle the direction that you want and it goes back and forth. And then also a fire hose, an individual hose, so you can manually go around.
So
I think that was just the best setup for what we had. And, clearly the guy who came over and set it up for us, I mean, he was very spot on with what he gave us.
So how much of your pool water did you end up using?
We ended up using all of our pool. And then the following day when we came back, we actually brought it to the neighbor's house just upwind a little bit, and we drained pretty much their entire pool.
Extraordinary.
So
Yeah.
what we ended up doing is we ended up dousing our big palm tree and the shrubbery next to the house and their backyard. And then we would drive around the neighborhood, go check on the neighbors. We'd come back in about an hour, turn the generator off, go in, fill it with gas again, do the same thing, check on the neighborhood, check on family friends' houses. And we
Right.
did this about 4 times. So in total,
amazing.
our generator and pump ran for about 5 hours and doused everything that we could.
I hope
And
everyone in your
Then we
neighborhood
came
buys
back
one of
the
these
very
things.
next day.
Well, I hope they buy one of these things, and I hope they buy you a drink.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah,
sounds like you
this is an
saved
amazing
not
story.
just your own home. You saved
Well, not Evan. Well, maybe Evan. How old are you, Evan?
I'm 17.
Okay, no drinks for Evan. Bring him
Okay.
cookies. Listen, you guys
Maybe
are
a soda or something.
yeah, soda. You guys represent the American can-do spirit,
Absolutely.
and also a sign that LA is not doing its job when people have to get these kinds of contraptions in their homes.
and a model for what people can do when they are prepared. Preparation is
Absolutely.
possible.
Extraordinary.
Patrick and Evan, thank you guys so much for being with us this morning.
No problem. Thank you
Great
for
to
Thank you
having
for
us.
having us. Appreciate
You got
it.
it.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.